Hello, today let me show you how you can use LuitBiz DMS for managing your patient records. So this is a demo where I'll show how a document management system can be used by a hospital or a medical organization to manage their patient records. So this is the login screen of the software, and this software is completely responsive, which means that it fits all devices, whether it's a computer or a mobile device. You don't need to download any mobile apps to use this software. It just goes through a web browser. So this is the login screen, and once you log into the system, you come to the home page where there are all the modules that we have listed out here. Right now we are going to talk only about the DMS module, but before that I'll also talk about the admin module. Now every system will have one admin user, where the admin user has certain things to do. He or she needs to do the password settings. Password settings meaning after how many days the users of the system would need to reset their passwords. What would be the structure of the password? That would be defined by the admin using this particular form. And then the admin can add multiple locations of your organization if you have any. Otherwise, this is completely optional. The third thing that the admin can do is add the users to the system. So to add a user to the system, the admin can just click on add user and fill out this form. And throughout the system, whenever there's a form to be filled out, it's always divided into green section and blue section. Green section is always mandatory, and so once the admin fills out all this information and selects the user type, so there can be two types of users. DMS basic user is a user from your organization who would be using the document management system, and the view user is a patient user. Maybe if you're interested, if you want to show those records to your patients, then you can buy view user licenses and show have your patients log into the system and view their records. And of course, after adding all these features in the green section and hitting on the submit button, the admin can add the user. Then the third and the last setting that the admin needs to do is divide these users into different groups. The groups can be around anything. It can be around your departments. It can be around your different projects if you have any. The only thing is each group needs to have a leader. So to add a group, the admin is going to click on add DMS group, select the location with which the group would be attached, and then in the next step, add the name of the group and add a leader to the group. So after all this is done, and he goes back to the list of DMS groups, he'll see the group created out here. And he can add more users to this group or remove them by clicking on the Manage Users button against the name of the group. Then there are three other additional settings which can be done. One is called document expiry. So documents can be given different alert dates, and the admin can do a setting saying that prior to how many months of that alert date the users should be alerted on the dashboard. The admin can do that setting. The second setting is document alerts. So the system sends out document alerts for various email alerts for various document related activities, and admin can set the preference whether they want to receive the alerts or they don't want to receive the alerts. And the third is document retention. For your compliance purposes, you need to retain the medical records of patients for a particular amount of time, and the admin can set the preferences on that, like let's say for how many days the documents need to be retained in a particular group. So based on that, the group leaders would be alerted on a day when the document reaches its end of life. The group leader would be alerted on his or her dashboard about the end of life of that document, and the group leader can then choose to go ahead and delete it or deactivate that document. So that's basically the admin module. Now moving on, if I click on this home icon on top, the modules to which I have access appears in a drop-down menu. So I click on DMS module, and I'm now on the DMS homepage, the screen, the dashboard. Now throughout the system, each screen has an audio guide which plays out the audio guide for that particular screen and links to the video guide. So all the video guides are included out here. So once you click on the video guide, you have the list of all the video guides that open up for you, and you can select which guide you want to follow and perform that particular activity on the document. Now this particular user is a group leader. So here in the groups, one person can be leaders of multiple groups, or leader of some group, user of some group. So any permutation combination is allowed. There's no limit on that. Now the first thing that the group leader would do is to create folders. So first he or she is going to select the group inside which he wants to create the folder, and then selects that group, and let's say he creates a folder called, let's say he creates this folder called invoices, and inside that folder the leader can give 4 different types of privileges. First is called upload permission. So if a user is given upload permission, he or she can just upload documents there and automatically gets the second permission, which is view. If a user is given view permission, that user cannot upload new documents, they can just view out there. If a user is given the third type of permission, which is modify, that user can just modify documents out there and can of course also view it. And the fourth type of permission is called full permission. So if a user is given full permission, then that user can upload, view and modify. So that's how folders are created. And 2 other things that the admin can create are called document tagging and document category. Now what these are is you can divide your documents into different categories. So it you can have let's say patient suppose let's say the patient records department, they have they can have different categories. Let's say they have something called diagnosis files. So based on these categories, you can search for files, and to each category you can attach something called document tagging templates, where you can create your tagging templates and attach it to them so that a document in that category, if you want to search for that, you can search. For example, suppose I create a tagging template out here to this particular group and call it, let's say, patient financial data, and let's say it will have 2 fields, and so now it's going to ask me for what are the fields. Let's say I will say let's say bank name, and let's say bank address. And I need to give a data type. If I give a varchar data type, I'm going to get a small field like this to enter data. And if I give a text data type, I'm going to get a bigger area to enter data. And then I submit it. So now this particular tagging template called patient financial data is added. I can edit it if I want. I can add more parameters if I want, and I can delete it if I'm not happy. But let's say I just want to publish it. So now once I publish it, I can attach this tagging template to my category. So if I want to add a tagging template to this category, I add this. So now I have this category of I have created this category of documents with certain tagging templates attached to it. Now the next thing is uploading documents. Now this category creation and adding templates is purely optional. You really don't need to do it. So now to upload documents, you can either upload documents right away in any format, or you can upload scanned documents in image or PDF format, or you can upload whole folders if you want. So in this documents in the first option, you can upload documents in PDF or in Word format or audio, video, X-ray, whatever you want. So let's say I want to upload documents here, and I select the folder inside which I want to upload document, and then I go ahead and let's say I select that particular folder and I select the files from my hard disk and I upload the document out there. So let's say I have uploaded this particular document. I can upload multiple files in one shot, and I upload it to the system. So now once I go to list documents, I see that this document has been created out here, and if I want to view the document, I just click on the eye icon next to the name of the document, and the document opens up for me right on my browser as shown here. Now if I want to, let's say, search by the patient ID of the patient, I can search for this because the system already does a full text search and indexes the document, and I can go ahead and search for the documents. I have different search options. I can search by document name, author, keywords, description, etc., or I can do a full text search through the content of the document, or I can search based on the tagging templates. I have still not attached any tagging template to this particular document, but if I had done so, I could have searched based on that, which I'll show you right now. A little later, and then I can search for documents within a range of creation dates or a range of expiry dates, and each document has a discussion forum attached with it, which is very useful for the medical fraternity, because they have a lot of patient data, patient information, their allergy information, their treatment information, which can be stored as a discussion forum out here and can be searched later on. So even if the doctor changes or if multiple doctors come into play, they can still get the patient records and the patient information right from here by searching through it. So now going for the first search, let me search based on the patient ID, and I see that this is the This document I have uploaded it a couple of times, so it's showing me a couple of times. So this is the document which I have uploaded, which is this particular patient ID. So now I can view the document out here. I can view the complete audit trail of the document out here. That is, who has done what on the document and when. For example, I just viewed the document and it shows me that I viewed the document along with the timestamp. So if anyone has downloaded the document, you can see it. If anyone has edited the document, you can see it. So that's basically the audit trail. Then if you want to tag the document, you can do so. Suppose you want to put the patient's financial data. You can do so. And you can suppose this is the patient financial data information. Now if I go back to the document detailed page, I see that it has been tagged with all this information, and later on if I want to search based on this, I can do so. So this way there are different options of searching for documents, retrieving them, and it makes life very easy for uploading patient records, retrieving them, and of course, if you want to have your different patient record information, if you want to have a discussion forum of your patients, you can refer to this communication. You can start a discussion forum. It's a normal discussion forum where the doctors can share all the patient data. And of course, if you have multiple versions of the document, the system can also help you with that. You can download this document, make modification and upload it back to the system, and it will be uploaded as the next version. And there is no limit on the number of versions of the document. So this way, this system can help you streamline all your patient documents. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, get in touch with us. We'd be really happy to give you an online demo of the software. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.